team on the field and on the sideline. Tackle for loss yardage. They're going to season for the first time in 6 years. That jump that he was absolutely imperative. The Dolphins come up first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now they're 31-yard line. Willie Mostert. Nice is here just 2 yards on play. Second down. Yeah, I don't know if that's exactly a win, but they're jumping that kind of line. It's kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage. They're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. It's still working for the Raiders. This is your confidence in the same outlays. Stay their defense. Plays like that. Forcing that initiation. Throwing his two right off. They're down here. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart. Inside the 40 now, first and 10. Up the middle, they go with Mostert. Down to about 37. That's Josh Johnson, the defense. They just engage and cover it around. How about the guy who ran the play? It's all about the step or not. Many times, you just don't take any step. Get your feet moving, get your back up. And then once you make the read, exactly like the play. You heard it in the direction. Third down tougher. It's not easy for the defense because most of his responsibility hasn't getting upfield and working. But how about it? This is where the play was going. Crash down inside and tackle the ball. Short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 4. And now bring up 4th down. We hear some out-of-town tackling because it's lost in the NFL game. It's so important to tackle the receivers, especially like this one. Third down, the game underneath stuff. You can't go to the tackle. Falcons can't convert on 4th down. The Falcons defense stands tall to get the football back. Here's first and 10.
Be quiet.
free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Because oftentimes the free safety is the best defense against the run pass. And when he comes to the
Hey.
Heineke now on second down. He's going for Stars here. He's got room at the 30. And taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there to catch it. 62 yards. Here's first and goal. Patterson. There, second and goal. Second quarter. Second drive.
Shit, China, you better be quiet. Be quiet.
Interceptions. And guess what? For whatever reason, they just didn't finish the play. Try and pick it up on the
Hey, be quiet.
a quality play to start the game second down. And it's important to get a winning play on that play and make it a big play and give the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now they'll hand it over to Wilson.
Hey. Nah, you playing too.
Again, this is Wilson.
Be quiet. Kahari, you go get in the bed. Or be quiet. I don't want to hear your mouth no more. That silly crap. Arjanier, you gonna be next.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for two. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half here, Heineke. Open man is hard, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, the defenses look to be ready for the regular season. Maybe not the offenses just yet, but still a half to go as we get you back out to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 93 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him, and the end result runs like that.
On first, they'll go back to Wilson. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On third down, here's Wilson. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Fourth down, here's White. Open man is chosen. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, first and 10. Now it's Wilson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From the 31, here's second and 5. They'll run again with Wilson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Now White on fourth down. That's caught by Chosen. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10. They'll run. Here's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Wilson with a first down carry. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Here's White. Patterson from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
White. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation and figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Heineke.
Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Back now in Miami. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Heineke.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll go. It's Patterson.
And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
On the ground, it's Wilson down at the 25.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
145 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. Play action. Here's White. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Raleigh Chosen, ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the fourth quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull out the lucky horseshoe because they've got to get an onside kick, and we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come back.
And not to mention they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first. They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And quickly, they get to the line. Throwing on second and long. Heineke under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. Now Heineke. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And here comes Berrios. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Miami's offense set and ready to go. It has been a dream start to the preseason thus far as they look to finish things strong in the fourth quarter. On the ground, the drive starts with Wilson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 161 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. Wide off play action. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been... And look at this. He's going to keep it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's go.
A 1st down throw for Heineke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Heineke on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Patterson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Heineke. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start the drive with Wilson, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Another run for Wilson on 2nd. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.